Hey guys, welcome to the Nodak Gardener channel. My name is Tran, and for you Aaron Doan, we're in zone 4A, dang it. Anyway, hey, this is one of the most exciting times for me as far as gardening. So today we're gonna harvest some garlic. I don't know why garlic is so exciting to harvest. I think it's probably because I planted it last October, so it's been in the ground for 9 months, and I just don't know what it's doing down there. So it's kind of a curiosity thing. You're hoping for like this big, humongous garlic bulb, but you know that's not realistic. But anyway, hey, this garlic here, I purchased the seeds online from Mad River garlic growers, and when the garlic seeds came, the bulbs came, I have to be honest, I was a little bit disappointed because they were smaller than what they looked like in the pictures, but from what I'm seeing, the size of the stalks here, I think we're gonna get a pretty good crop. I did make a few mistakes in planting these, in that last fall it was so wet and muddy, and I wasn't sure how deep to plant them, and I planted them a little bit too deep. I think I planted them like 5 inches deep where they should have been 3 to 4 max. So they're really deep, and the soil in this part of the garden is still a little bit clayey. Not as much organic material in there as there should be. The other mistake I did was I didn't fertilize it as much as I should have. You know, I used some fish fertilizer, which has some nitrogen, but not enough, I don't think. And then I did use some chicken compost fertilizer a couple of times. So I did fertilize it 3 times, but in small amounts. And the first one where I used the fish fertilizer, that should have been something that had a little bit higher nitrogen, because that once it gets to about 8 to 10 inches, you should give it a good shot of nitrogen, get the leaves going, because that's what puts energy into the bulbs. Anyway, let's go ahead and start digging and see what we got, and then later on I'll take you over to the garage, and that's where we're going to be hanging them up and drying them. I usually dry them for 2.5–3 weeks. It all depends on the humidity, but I'll hang them up and then I'll put a fan underneath them, and then it should take 2.5–3 weeks, like I said, and we'll be able to clean them up and trim them and have them ready for eating and replanting. I'm most likely going to save most of the bigger bulbs and use those as seed stock for next year. Alright, let's start digging. Right back here. Alright guys, like I said, I planted these a little deep, and my soil is also kind of compacted and a little bit clayey here. So what I'll do is I'll use this to kind of loosen everything up, and then we'll pull it straight up. So I'm about 3 inches away from it. There we are. First garlic clove, or yeah, first bulb. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. This is actually way bigger than the seed stock that I got, so it's a good start. Another one, not too bad. A little bit smaller than the first one. So I just kind of brush off the dirt with my hand a little bit. And a little bit of this I'll brush off, whatever's loose. And then we'll dry it like this for 2.5 to 3 weeks. And then what we'll do is we'll trim all of this off, all the roots off. And we'll cut it about, we'll leave about 1.25 inches. And that's how we'll store it. The next two here, the stalks are a little bit bigger, so I'm hoping for bigger bulbs. We'll see. Brush off the dirt. It is a little bit bigger. Not bad. I think that was the biggest one so far. Not a bad one here. We've got some slugs in the ground. I'll show you here. But they left the garlic bulbs alone. So, but anyway, I will stop the video here and dig up the rest, and then I will show you where I'm going to be drying them. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so we're down to the last two garlic plants. I forgot to mention that this variety is a Russian giant. It's a purple garlic. Again, it's from Mad River, and I am very impressed. Although the seed stock that they sent me was small, some of these bulbs that I just pulled up are 3 times the size of what they sent me. So I'll show you after I dig these two up. So I have to dig down at least 5 inches. I planted them a little bit too deep. Then once I get them out, I have to, this is what I do. I just rub the root and get most of the dirt, as much of the dirt off as I can. So this is about a medium size one. We've got some big ones in the wheelbarrow here. I'll dig up the last one and then I'll show you what's in there. This is about a mid-size one. A lot of them, not a lot of them, about a third or smaller. A third are about this size, and then another third is just huge. There you go. Alright. So here's the smallest one out of the batch, which is still pretty dang big. And about a third of them are this size. Really big. You can see the difference there. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to haul these over to the garage and I will show you how I hang them up and dry them. Alright, see you over there. Hey guys, so last night I said I was going to show you where I hang my garlic to dry, but after digging all those Russian giants up, I got pretty excited, so I went over and dug up the other variety that that I was growing. The other variety, we're not 100% sure what variety it is, but the friend that I got the seeds from, the bulbs from, said it's a red Russian of some type, and after doing some research, I think it's a Chesnok Red. But anyway, one thing I forgot to mention is that both of these varieties are hardneck garlics. The reason I plant hardnecks is because our temps get to about 30 below zero a few times each winter. Yeah, 30 below zero Fahrenheit. So they are a lot more hardy and they can handle the cold. The other thing is you have to be pretty gentle with them after you dig them. Do not wash them. Just rub some of the dirt off as best as you can and then dry them, and then once they're dry it's a lot easier to get the rest of the dirt off. But do not wash them because they'll tend to hold moisture and it just takes longer to dry and potentially damage them. So let's head over to the garage and take a look. So I have them up on some fencing that I wasn't using. This fencing, I just got a big old roll from a box store here in town, and I just cut a piece off. And the holes in the fencing are just about the right size. They're 4 inches high by 2 inches wide. There were a handful of garlic that was less than 2 inches wide, so what I did was, once I put it in there, I'll squeeze it like that and then they won't fall out. Okay, these here are the Russian giants, and about a third of them are about this size, a third of them are about that size, and then a third are this size. Okay, this one here is probably one of the bigger ones, maybe one of the biggest ones. This guy here is probably the smallest one. So there, you can see the difference. These over here, see, I have this divider here to separate out the two different varieties. These over here are the Russian Red that we're not exactly sure, but we think they're Chesnok Reds, and they did pretty good too. There's some monster ones in here, that's for sure. But anyway, I will be drying these guys, they'll be hanging up there for 2.5 weeks roughly, and I have a fan here blowing on them lightly to help them dry up. And I think it may take less than 2.5 weeks at the rate that they're going. So that is my garlic harvest for 2020. And if you're wondering what the bed is in here is for, just in case I get in trouble and my wife kicks me out here. Nah, I'm just kidding. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe. That way you'll get updates every time I post a new video. We're gonna have quite a few more harvest videos this fall, I believe. So please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching.